Well, it's time to get cultural on TSB this afternoon, and joining us in the studio is a man. He's been labelled a Scouse Van Gogh, and when you see him, Neil, he looks a lot more like Tyson Fury, I think, in person than Van Gogh. He's made his way out here. He's here for a short time from Liverpool, as there is a fantastic international art exhibition he's hosting. It's at the Rove Hotel City Walk downtown for one day only, the 29th of September. But to get more details about this, John Charles, welcome to the studio here on TSB.
Thanks for having me.
It is great to have you in the studio, and you've been recognised on the street. You're TikTok famous now.
Apparently so, yeah. Down by the Dubai Marina, somebody spotted me straight away. So.
Tell me something, when people call you TikTok famous or know you for your TikTok art as compared to your art forms that you actually, want to be popular for. Does it feel nice or does it hurt you?
No. This was a one-off, the TikTok show. So, hopefully it'll remain as a one-off. I'd rather be known just for my artwork, not TikTok. It was because I'd done a little video as I was walking around Dubai on the first or second night, and I was dripping wet, and the video just seemed to really explode a little bit. So yeah.
Well, you're here because you've got a fantastic artwork. It's the Kanye Trilogy, based on the life of Kanye West, and it's the Modern Poets collection. But it's not just Kanye. I mean, you're doing Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, a Tupac, Ice Cube, all the legends that I grew up with.
Yes, and Slick Rick as well.
Slick Rick?
Slick Rick was a late addition to it. So I've not been a massive hip-hop fan my whole life. It was Kanye's documentary that got me hooked. Quite often when it comes to my artwork, if I see something and I just feel connected to it, I instantly have to just go and paint. And we were watching it, me and my wife, and she just went, "You're going to paint, aren't you?" And I was like, straight in the studio. 12 hours later, there was the first painting, and it was of Kanye West. And then it was like, we seen how good it was. I thought, this can't just remain as a one-off painting. Let's make it something bigger. And then that was it. That's when we then started painting the rest of the collection.
Well, what is it about Kanye? Because I can listen to his music and think, he's put so much effort into this. This is amazing. Yeah. But I find him quite annoying.
That's exactly it. So what you kind of see in the mainstream media about him being a little bit eccentric and out there, this documentary shows you the real Kanye West, like how he was mainly known as a producer more than a rapper, and he wasn't given the respect on that side of things. But he's probably one of the greatest producers and one of the greatest rappers to ever live. But for me, it wasn't even that. It was just more of his personal side, the demons that he had to battle on a daily basis, and especially after he had his car crash. And also, like, the way he is with his mum, the love that he has for his mum, like, it was seeing that side of things. It was just incredible. And I was just obsessed with him then. He is a he's a ridiculously intelligent man as well.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, has the painting been a part of your life, your journey, or is it now that Kanye West inspired and it completely blew off?
No, so I've been painting now for about 10 years. I'd done art in school, but when I left school at 15, I never painted or anything until I was 27. I went down the wrong path in life, should we say, for quite a long time, and art become my recovery. Yeah, it was like my new path, and that basically saved me from going even further the wrong way, should we say. And then that's when I just started painting. So, but the Kanye thing, no, I've been painting for 10 years prior to that. But this collection is without a doubt the best set of paintings I've ever created.
Yeah, when it comes to a lot of this artwork, you're known for a lot of your colours and the signature gold lines, and I'm told this is the palette knife approach. Talk us through this.
So I don't paint as a standard artist would, just with a brush. What I'll tend to do a basic brush painting, and I'll video it so people can see a time lapse and they can see a little bit of it come together. But the full painting is then completed with a palette knife. So if people don't know what a palette knife is, imagine like a bricklayer's got a little trowel that he used, but it's only about this big. Well, on the radio you can't see what that is. About an inch long. And I use a knife to complete the whole painting. But then when the painting's finished, or almost finished, I have like a bigger palette knife, and that's when I use the edge to put all golden lines around the whole image, and that brings the image to life, and it's become my signature finish. People recognise it straight away. As soon as you see the golden lines, they're like,
John
That's
Charles.
John
That's John Charles from TikTok.
Yeah. I would regret this TikTok part, won't I?
But you mentioned a while back that 12 hours and one artwork. Is that how you normally paint? You put in your time, or you go in bits and pieces. You feel inspired right now. You'll paint for an hour, and then you feel like, no, listen, I'll just probably go for a walk, go to Marina, and get identified by some women because of my TikTok, and then come back and paint again.
So it can all depend on what piece that I'm painting. So recently I watched Paris Hilton's documentary, and again, you see the side that you see in the media, but after watching their documentary, I was like, what? And I went in, and that was another one. That was like an all-nighter, right the way through the night, just painting until I've finished the painting.
Oh, okay.
But quite often, I might, if I've got an idea, I will start a painting. I'll do like 4 hours. Then I'll go and have a cup of coffee, something to eat. And then I might go back in, or I might not go back in until the following day. So I tend to do a lot of it in like 4 or 5 hour sittings. But it's some of them I will just start and won't stop until I finish.
Your artwork is incredible. Some of the work that you've done of Audrey Hepburn, obviously your beloved Liverpool FC features greatly in there as well. And I actually was surprised that someone did recognise you on TikTok, because in most of your TikToks you've still got your hair and you've got a shaved head now. But
see, I think that's an old TikTok account. I had to start a new one. I couldn't get back into the old one. I couldn't remember the password.
TikTok's locked you out. I've been following John Charles artists. It's the wrong one. But
yeah, if it's got hair, it's the wrong one.
But you've got great ones from everyone from D-Day veterans, and you've got the Joker, and obviously the Beatles feature in there, being from Liverpool. Do you find that doing so many modern pieces that the art community don't perhaps give you as much respect than doing your traditional landscape portraits?
It could be, artwork. But see, this is where I feel like I'm different from the art world, because I don't care. Like, I don't.
Well, it's a true artist, isn't it?
No, I don't need recognition from anybody. I just paint, and I always say I just paint what I want to paint. So if I want to do landscape, I'll do it. I can do landscape. I can do portraits. I can do animals. I feel like I can paint almost anything. But I'm not into that snobbery side of the art world. It's not me, that.
Yeah, but I love your artwork. As you said, it's going to be this international exhibition that's happening at the Rove Hotel City Walk downtown later on this month. It's a one-day only exhibition, isn't it?
Starts at 7 o'clock that night, 7 p.m.
And so we can expect to see all of the Kanye stuff?
Yeah, so you'll see Biggie, Kanye, Ice Cube, Slick Rick, oh my God.
Jay-Z, Kanye, Slick Rick, Tupac, Ice Cube, Biggie Smalls.
Yes. All six of them will be there. Then pieces will be on display. And I'm going to do a little bit of live painting on those paintings whilst I'm there as well. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit of extra.
When it does come down to many people, who is someone that you're still yet to do that inspires you, that you'd like to paint?
Oh, this is a good question.
Any cricketers you'd like to paint? Because we're a big cricket show here.
I'm just going to throw the name out, Butler. Is that a cricket player?
Josh Butler, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Right.
Yeah.
I was round the pool the other day, and I had a basketball jersey on that said Butler, and the lifeguard come over and he was like, "Oh, Butler," and I was like, "Yeah." But he was on about cricket, not basketball. So that's the only cricket player that I know.
Okay, so we'll put down Josh Butler.
Josh Butler, I would probably look forward to it. Now,
I'll paint him. Is he paintable?
Oh yeah, he's a good-looking bloke.
Yeah, he's a good-looking rooster.
I'll make that.
He's the England captain, and he's a good-looking lad. So you picked the right one.
Well, I'll say it on here now. I will paint that before the year is over.
Josh Butler, we look forward to it.
Perfect. See, this is what happens when you are on TSB. Now, you look like a very fit man. How many hours in the gym?
I only go 1 hour sessions 4 days a week.
This is fantastic, if
I don't waste my time.
Yeah, because most of the people have this misconception that, hey, you know what, if you have to build up, become big, nice, strong, you need to probably live in the gym. But classic.
I've got a really good coach back in Liverpool called Marcel, and he's transformed my life with training and eating everything. Like, I have a good relationship with food now because of him. So yeah, 4 days a week, 1 hour maximum. But I have been training whilst I've been over here. So a friend of mine does training on the beach of a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. Oh my! I wasn't ready for that. Not in this heat. I felt like my lungs were going to implode on me.
I can imagine. No, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Well,
is difficult.
well, if you want to get down there and see the tremendous exhibition of John Charles, it's going to be happening, as we said, the Rove Hotel City Walk downtown later this month. It's going to be on the 29th of September, one day only from 7 p.m. John, thanks for coming into the studio. And anything else in Dubai while you're here, we can give you some tips on what to do, anything that's on the bucket list to tick off?
I just want to walk to as many galleries as I can. I just want to view loads of art galleries whilst I'm here and eat loads. So if there's any good restaurants, let me know.
You need to do a couple of brunches with all you can eat. That's what you need.
I had one this morning for breakfast.
Really good?
Yeah, really, really good. I love the food over here as well.
That's amazing. You're
It's
addicted.
treating me well.
It's already you're sold on the place, aren't
Yeah.
you?
No, this is interesting. Marcel's got a lot of job to do once you go back then.
Yeah.
John Charles, thank you for joining us. You're on TSB Talk Sport Business on Talk.